Alright, let's do a small little chisel and see what of that is loose. Go. These clean corners down there. Okay, we're gonna try that. Trim those. There we go. Now, I got the shoulder of my tenon cut. I didn't trim it to fit, and I didn't trim on each end yet. Just so I can make this as tight a fit as it can be. So, this seems to happen in every woodworking project I have, and that is a big chip out at some critical point. This time it is at the end of a mortise. I know this is a dangerous area for having a problem, just because it's a very weak bit of wood there. This one is especially dangerous because you see how this grain is here? That grain rose very quickly. That grain wasn't continuous all the way down the piece of wood. You can see from the edge right here, this focus, you can see that the grain rises really quickly, so that grain doesn't have long distance strength down the length of the leg. Anyway, this is not a critical problem. A lot of people get all upset about this, but I just glue it back on and replane it, and it looks as good as new. That might seem like it's covering up mistakes, but that's just part of the job. That's just part of the woodworking experience. It's kind of like welding in metal working. The weld, from what I understand anyway, is just as strong as the original, if done correctly. And that is true for woodworking and wood glues as well. This is just going to be just as strong as it was before, if not stronger, because this piece of wood will have a stronger bond to the other fibers beneath it than it had before this happened. So I'm just going to put some glue there and show you how I clamp it up. Pretty simple stuff. So I have a generous amount of glue put there. I'm going to put the chipped piece out. Put it back in, I should say. Get it in position. Main thing is to have it flush with the top. There we go. I wasn't watching the camera, so I don't know if it was looking at the right spot. Now I usually put something I know is flat, covered in saran wrap or packing tape on top of that, and clamp it down. So I just happen to have a piece of granite here on my dining room table anyway. I gotta come inside the glue because it's freezing cold outdoors. 12 below today. So making sure that is flush. And put that right to the edge. Now I'm gonna clamp that down. Right to the table. So we're just gonna clamp that down until we see some glue rush out. And there we go. So we'll be back in, I don't know, 40 minutes? So here we are, clamps off, block is off, and I'm having a hard time, after cleaning it up, finding where the glue line is and where it's not. I know where it starts up here, just because those fibers are very thin and they kind of whispered off a bit. Here's the ingrain, not very good lighting, of course. Let's turn that around. Here's the ingrain. Perfectly smooth, just a glue line. Come on, focus. And it is strong as ever. So, back to normal. Time to glue this up.